All right, this is lab D66, connecting circuits. You need to know a circuit is any path along which electrical energy can transfer. So it's basically a path of electricity. We're going to talk about two different circuits. One is called a series circuit, and that means there's only one path of electricity in order to turn something on. A parallel circuit means that there's several paths of electricity in order to transfer electricity to a light bulb or a motor. Our challenge question is, how is energy transferred and transformed in an electrical circuit? Okay. Our first part here for procedure part A, we're going to create some simple series circuits, one with a light bulb, one with a motor, and one with a buzzer. Okay. So our first one, all right, we're going to create a series circuit. So this is a symbol for battery. This is our wire. All right, this is our symbol for a light bulb, and then the wire back to the battery. All right, so here's my battery. I have my first wire. Okay, I'm going to connect it to my light bulb here, and then back around to my battery. So as you can see, again, one path only, which is a series circuit, and we have our light bulb which turned on. Okay. Now I'm going to replace the light bulb with a motor. Okay. And as you can see, you have a series circuit, the electricity is running in one way, and the motor turns on. Okay. And the last one is our buzzer here. All right, so those were three examples of our series circuit. Okay. Next, we're going to talk about conductors. Okay. So in order to figure out which materials are conductors or does not conduct, we're going to place them into a series circuit. Again, just like the before picture, you have your battery and a light bulb, but this time we're going to connect each sample, all right, between the two wires and see if the sample is going to light up the light bulb, which means it's a conductor and electricity runs through it, or if the light bulb does not turn on, then it does not conduct electricity. Okay. We tested iron, it does conduct. Copper does conduct. Zinc does conduct. Magnesium does conduct. So as you can see, all four metals conduct electricity. Then we have plastic, does not conduct. Glass does not conduct. Wood does not conduct. So these are not conductors. Electricity does not pass through them. And then we have a carbon rod, which is also a conductor. So electricity does pass through a carbon rod. Okay. For part B, we're going to put together a series circuit. Okay. But this time you're going to have one battery and 3 light bulbs attached to one loop. So you have one path of electricity only. Okay. So if you take a look at our series circuit here. All right, we have our battery. All right, we have one light bulb, our second light bulb, and our third light bulb, and then back to the battery. So I'm going to plug that in, and as you can see, all 3 lights turn on. Okay. In step 8 in the procedure, it says unscrew one of the light bulbs and observe and record what happens. So if I unscrew this light bulb here, as you can see, all 3 light bulbs went out. Okay. Our next step says to remove one of the bulbs and the wire from the circuit. Okay. So again, the 3 light bulbs are on. Now if I take off a whole wire and a light bulb, all right, we have a break in the circuit and both light bulbs turned off. All right, now I'm going to take off another light bulb and wire, and again, our circuit is incomplete, so the light bulb does not turn on. Okay. All right, next, we're going to do the second part of part B, in which we're going to create a parallel circuit now. So remember, parallel means that it's it's going to have multiple paths of electricity. So not only it can go through one loop to light up a light bulb, but it can go to another loop, a third loop, or it can go any other way and back to the battery. So you have multiple paths, okay? So in the real circuit, you can see that we have our battery here. We have 2 wires connecting to the first battery, another 2 wires connecting to the second battery, and another 2 wires to the third battery. All right, and if you can see, all 3 batteries are lit up. Light bulbs are lit up. Next, it says to remove one of the bulbs from its socket and observe what happens to the circuit, okay? So I'm going to unscrew this middle one, and as you can see, both of the other light bulbs got brighter and they're still turned on, which is a lot different than the series circuit. Okay. All right, so I'm going to put that light bulb back in. Next, I'm going to replace one of the bulbs with a motor. So I'm going to take off this third light bulb and I'm going to replace it with a motor. Okay, as you can see, the motor turns and both light bulbs are still on. Okay, if we remove the motor, okay, we have still 2 light bulbs still on. And then if we remove another light bulb from the circuit and the wires, you still have 1 light bulb still lit. So as you can see, if you use a series circuit and one of the light bulbs goes out, the whole circuit is going to go out. But with a parallel circuit, if 1 or 2 light bulbs go out, the rest of the circuit will still work because there's multiple pathways. And that is Lab 66.